Rndr price prediction. You guys requested this one, and in this video we're gonna talk about if $100 per Rndr coin is possible. What are the buying zones? What are the take profit levels? What is the price prediction? And what is the technical analysis? We're gonna cover all of those topics in today's video. And first of all, thank you so much for all the new subscribers. It's crazy. It was just 200 of you and now we're over 400, so I really appreciate each one of you. And if you're not subscribed yet, you can consider that if you like my content. Let's go. So first of all, is $100 per Rndr possible? And to say so, we have to take a look at the current market cap, which is around 4.3 billion dollars right now. We're at the place 32nd place on the CoinGecko. To say that we can reach $100, we have to take a look at some calculations that I made for you. So Rndr current price is around $11, $11.84. It may change right now as I'm posting this video, but that gives us the market cap of 4.3 billion. So if Rndr price is going to $100, that would mean that the market cap would be 38.7 billion, around $40 billion. So let's take a look at the coin market cap again, and 39 billion dollars of market cap would put us right behind Solana, number 6, which is huge. So what I wanted to say is that there's so many great projects on the market, and if you think that Rndr can go to $100, you have to understand that that would mean that it has to go and be next to BNB or Solana, like at the top, okay? And there's just a few spots here and there's many projects. So is that possible? You would have to answer that question for yourself. Also, there's some crazy predictions saying that Rndr will hit $1,000, so that would mean Rndr would have to go to around 400 billion, $390 billion. And to give you a perspective how high that is, it would be around Ethereum. We would just land at number 3 on CoinGecko actually, so that's really high. I personally think that the price of Rndr of around $50 is possible. Maybe not in the nearest time, but maybe in this cycle, like that would be the top for me. But is it worth waiting for $100? Is it worth risking everything and waiting till it's gonna hit $100? Because it may never do that, and you will end up just holding your coins for too long and not taking any profits. And is that worth? Maybe if you're right, then you're gonna be really successful. But what if not? I would prefer to take my profits earlier and move it around and swing trade a little bit, and I'm still gonna make the same amount of profit, but I'm just gonna move it to other projects and possibly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins that are more undervalued than Rndr. But I'm gonna talk about it real soon. Alright, let's just take a look at the chart now, and we're currently at Rndr USDT chart, and first thing that I see is that we are really high right now, guys. From the bottom to the top we grew 40x, okay, and that's a lot. And if you're thinking about taking profits, I think the time is now, around now, okay? If you're all in or 100%, if you have like really huge exposure, I think it's worth just to take some profits off the table. I'm not talking about all the profits, but like 10, 20, 30, 40%. That would be really wise in my opinion. Of course, it's not financial advice. And but if you're interested in buying Rndr, I marked a few levels on the chart. I think the first level would be 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and look how perfectly we topped that level here. It's literally the previous all-time high here. So if we bounce back here, I think that's gonna be a really important level, and it's worth buying it for short term. But it really depends on what Bitcoin's gonna do. If Bitcoin's gonna dump a little bit, have a little test dump, or like go sideways. It's really possible we're gonna hit this level and just bounce back. It really depends what the Bitcoin's gonna do, because if the Bitcoin's gonna go in a hard correction mode, like guys, like you have to remember that altcoins can easily dump 50%. So 50% would give us this 382 Fibonacci retracement level here, and that's my most important level for buying. So if we're gonna get here, I'm gonna consider buying Rndr again, okay? And why this level is important, I'm gonna show you. Let's go back in the history 2 years ago into this level. I want to show you something. We have this support level right here. We have this like weekly wick that topped perfectly. We bounced back, we broke it later, and then this support became a really strong resistance here that we couldn't break. We actually broke it a few times here, but we've never been able to close the weekly candle above that level. Here we have another wick up and we bounce back down again. So that level is really important, and that level actually became a resistance right here. We bounced back, we finally broke it, and then we tested that level again, and this became a support, really strong support. Also, this support became really important, 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level. And if Bitcoin's gonna go in a correction mode, if we're gonna go into Bitcoin season, this price should go down here. I'm gonna think about buying Rndr again, okay? And then another level is 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level, and it's really close to the 50 weekly EMA. And if we're gonna go down to this level, I'm gonna put another order limit, and my goal will be to have my average buying price around $4 right here. Okay, so if we reach those levels, then I'm gonna use my stable coins, I'm gonna use my cash to buy Rndr. And from this level, if you're gonna go to this previous all-time high right here, I'm just gonna probably take 100% of the table, and I'm just gonna move somewhere else, because you guys, it really depends how much you're putting on the market. If you're putting $1,000 or a few $1,000s, like that's not life-changing amount of money. And I understand holding some coins to hoping that it's gonna reach really high, like $50, $100, but if you trade with hundred thousands or millions of dollars, then if you make those 100%, that's huge money, that's big money, and you should take this profit off the table, okay? So it really depends how much money you're trading on, but obviously it's not financial advice. Everyone is responsible for their own decisions. So now I want to show you the Rndr Bitcoin chart. It's really important, and I want to show you how much Rndr outperformed Bitcoin in this run. So if we measure from the bottom to the top, guys, that's 12x, that's 13x actually. If you put one Bitcoin here, you would have had 13 Bitcoins at the top. That's huge, and it just shows how overvalued Rndr is right now. And it's really risky, because when we look at this chart, like guys, we're like at the highest levels right here, and we can easily go down here. And yes, of course, if Rndr is gonna continue growing like Solana, then it can go higher, 50-100% only, but it also can go down. And for me, this is a little bit of risky. So the time for buying Rndr is when this chart, Rndr BTC, is showing that Rndr is undervalued. So I marked this level right here, is if that price is gonna go down here, then I'm gonna be thinking about, if we break this level, I marked it right here around 10,000 satoshis, I'm gonna be thinking about purchasing Rndr. That's gonna be my next indicator. And why is this important? I'm gonna show you in a minute. Let's take a look. Where is the local bottom in the bear market? It's right here. It's June 22nd. Okay, and this is Rndr BTC chart. And if we go to this indicator, altcoin Bitcoin indicator, let's find June 22nd. It's right here. You see, guys, it's right here, over here. So we want to wait till this chart is gonna go show the Bitcoin season, because the Bitcoin season means that the altcoin train is empty. You don't want to get into the train full of people. You want to get into the train that's empty. And during the Bitcoin season, the Bitcoin train is full. So you want to get into the altcoin season, which is empty, and just go up here. So if this indicator will show those levels down here, it's gonna mean that we're gonna see prices down here. We grew a lot, so probably will not hit those levels ever again, and not at least in this bull market, obviously, but I think that this level right here will be possible. So if we're gonna go into Bitcoin season, then this chart should go down here, and it's gonna be perfect time to purchase your Rndr. Wait till we go up, and you can put 1 Bitcoin here, and then you can take 2 Bitcoins right over here easily. You can just double your Bitcoin, and that's really important. Right now, for me, this is too undervalued, and I'm just gonna take a look at something else. For example, Casper. Guys, look at Casper. We're at all-time low. You see the difference? You're really low, and even one little leg up here, it's like 100%. 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoins, 3, 4. That's gonna give us 5 Bitcoins. That's gonna give us 7 Bitcoins, okay? If we reach those levels. It's not even all-time high, guys. So if you put 1 Bitcoin here and we break this resistant level, you can just 2x, 3x, 5x your BTC with very little risk. Because Rndr is risky right now because we're really high, but like in terms of Casper, we're really low. So that's why I'm teaching you to look for something really undervalued, okay? I'm not saying that Rndr is not going to continue growing, but it's more risky when we're high, okay? And you're probably asking yourself when to buy Rndr, and I just showed you. First of all, we have this altcoin Bitcoin season. So if we hit Bitcoin season, that's the first indicator. The second indicator is we've been in extreme greed for a while, and that's not a really good time to buy crypto. Okay, you should wait till this is gonna show here extreme fear, and that's the best time to buy, because if we look at the chart, then we are really high over here. You see, guys, we have to go down here at least in the 30s, 40s, 20s, something like that. That's gonna be a good time to buy. But we've been growing for a long time, and this has to go to fear. Okay, that's gonna be really important. And of course, the last thing to take a look at is Rndr BTC chart. Take a look at that, and you have to see this chart showing that Rndr is undervalued, okay? Rndr BTC, you have to see this chart at the lowest points, okay? That's gonna mean a really good indicator to tell you that Rndr is worth purchasing, okay? So thank you so much. That's it for today's episode. I hope you like it. If you like it, please consider hitting subscribe button and follow me for future updates, because I'm gonna cover this project again many times in the future, probably once a month. So make sure to subscribe and follow me for future updates. You can actually help me grow my channel because I just started. So what you can do, you can subscribe this video, of course. You can like this video, drop a like. You can leave a comment. What did you like? What you didn't like? What would you like me to cover next? And of course, you can share this video with your friends and family. I would really appreciate all of that. And lastly, you can text me on Telegram at Rndr. I'm gonna link it down below, and you can just send me a message and I'm gonna add you to the group, okay? So that's the last thing. And please, guys, there are some recommended videos that you really loved. Those are the most liked videos on my channel. There's so much knowledge there. If you go to playlists on my channel, just go to recommended videos and watch them. You're gonna learn a lot. That's it for today. I hope you like it and see you soon.